Well, John, we developed this giving cone about a year and a half ago already, and it kind of represents the needs for giving and so forth. So we'd just like to have you explain a few things about. So what's the cone a picture of?
The cone is actually a diagram that we developed based on the historical giving patterns of the church. How we collect the budget every year, the number of givers, the number of dollars. All these giving numbers in here and in here represent the donors, and the breakdown by categories of amounts represents the dollar amounts. And this follows the budget process, the budget collections every year. More down on this side, fewer on this top side, but it's based on our historical giving patterns.
So, John, something that everybody's wondering, of course, is how we doing?
Fairly well, actually. About half of our donors have already made contributions.
Okay, so you're saying that we're doing fairly well. What does that mean?
Well, what we've been told is that if it's a $3 to $5 million goal, it's probably going to take a year to a year and a half to attain that. If it's a goal of almost $9 million, it'll probably take 2 years or more to attain it. So we feel very positive about this yet.
Okay, so how are we going to reach this?
Oh, the $8.8 million? Well, let me do this. There's an area here in the blue, purple, and green that represents about $3 million. And that group, of course, is the largest number. We feel that if we can get participation of 100% there, it may take us to the point where we wouldn't have to borrow money for the project. This part in the green, red, and yellow is fewer number of donors, but larger gifts. And that part, if we get 100% participation, represents about $5 million, and that, of course, would get us started.
So, looking at this, what have we received so far? What's the range and so forth?
The range goes from about $15 to as much as $500,000. We've had participation all the way across the cone, and what I'm looking at here is we've got horizontal giving this way. What we need is vertical giving this way. And so that if everybody participates, we'll make our $8.8 million goal.
So we've received some of these gifts. We've had some of these gifts pledged. Why are we asking for pledges?
Pledges help us a lot because we will not need all the money the first day of construction, and construction will probably take at least a year once we begin. But if we know the money's coming in, even though we will not need it all in cash until we build the building, we can at least start on the building.
Will the cone diagram be available for us to see in the future?
Yes, we'll update it from time to time and display it. We want to be open. It's a guide. It just helps people know what's still needed, where the money's coming from, and hopefully this is helpful for people to see.
Good. Well, thanks, John, and hopefully this helps everybody understand a little bit about Giving Cone and where we're going.
Good.